Hey y'all. Well, the reason I'm recording again, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put up the other video, is for some reason it recorded vertically. I don't know why it does that, but I have figured out when it does that is when the time shows to the left instead of the top. So, what were some of the things I showed you in the first video that are worthy of me showing you in this one? Well, one of them is I showed you my current purse, which takes like, oh my gosh, it can handle my files. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. That's the only problem. It can handle my files, my laptop, everything is in this thing, right? And I got today this little one. Now, you would think, well, that's a baby Birkin. No, this is not a Birkin. It's got about 5 feature copies, but it's clearly marked a San Marino, so it is not a bootleg. It is an impersonator, I guess you would call it. I don't know what they call it. It's not illegal, is my point. You know, it's just like when you see, you'll go into, where was I? I think it was in Tory Burch, and I saw something that looked exactly like Tiffany's. And then one time I was on Ross Simon's and I saw a Tiffany's butterfly identical to mine. The difference is it didn't have the Tiffany stamp. This does not have an Hermes stamp. Plus it's little. Plus you can have a shoulder strap, which they don't normally come with a shoulder strap. Plus it came with the little purse scarves. What are they called? Tildies? I can't remember what they're called. But anyway, so this is it. It's black with gold trim, and I'll put it next to this one so you can see it's substantially smaller. Can you see that? But I think I'm gonna like it. I think I'm getting to where I want to have smaller and smaller purses, and here's a good reason why. I've got that purse, the red one, so full that it's painful to lift it. That is not good for your shoulders, your back, your stomach, your wrists. Anyway, because that doesn't have a strap. You have to carry it like, you know, like that. So, y'all, I'm on the highway and I'm looking ahead because it's a big, wide, open expanse. Just highway, highway, highway. It's a good time to be traveling on the highway because I got plenty of travel space, which isn't typically true in Atlanta. But this is, you know, leaving Atlanta. A lot of people are leaving where they went and they're going back through Atlanta. But it's just by the just past the airport, and so it's really wide open here. And I can see the storm line traveling across. Y'all know there's been a lot of storms lately. And it's that time of year. It's time of year I clean out the closet from underneath the stairwell because we're on a slab. So I'm like, you know, if there's a tornado, we just need to get under the stairs. That's all we've got. That's away from windows but close to pipes. I've always heard it's good to, you know, be wherever your pipes are because it's a reinforcement to the walls. I don't think a tornado would care about that, but maybe it does kind of help things hold together. I don't know. But it's the only thing we could get under, so that's what I always have to do. It makes me very nervous. But it also is making me clean out closets. I've got all my travel earrings, for those of you who wonder. I think Dior came out with these, and then this is another copy thing. These are not Dior's. These are, I got them on Etsy. And they don't have the Dior name or anything like that. But there's a lot of copycats that are not being illegal. They're copying something, and even major brands copy other major brands. But I think where they get in trouble with patent copies and all that kind of stuff, what is it called, copyright infringement or whatever, is if they use their name. Like this doesn't have Hermes on it. It has San Marino, and you can just get this online. I think I got it through Amazon. I don't remember. But, and it does have a little H looking lock. It doesn't say Hermes. It's got the same buckle around, but then a lot of purses are starting to have the buckle around. That's not just Hermes that does that. I'm not even sure if Hermes did it first, in all fairness. They may have made it famous because they're Hermes. But it works. The lock and key work very, very well. It's got this shoulder strap. It's got little scarves. And what else does it have? It's pretty basic. It's just a regular grain. It's not Saffiano or smooth. And so yeah, got another little purse. I don't need purses. Like, I've got a black Prada that I've been carrying for the past week that's almost identical to that. It has more zippers, like it has zippers on either side of its pouches, and then an open area with, I think, another zipper down in there. I can't remember. Yes, it does. But this is just a big wide open, throw it in there. Like, put your organizer purse from that one to that one. I think it'll fit in that one. It'll fill that whole thing. So it does kind of cause you to size down, which I need to do that more. And it's gold trim. The other is silver trim, because I've worn silver jewelry like the past 2 years, and just like for the past 6 months, I started wearing some of my gold jewelry. Like this I haven't worn for a long time. Both of those are from my Sweet Lance. These, of course, my wedding set, and then that was an insurance claim years and years and years and years ago. When my house was broken into, I was living in a rental. Oh gosh, how old was I? I don't remember. But they got my jewelry, and one of them, they got my mother's only really good ring. I don't say good ring from my dad, but like valuable ring from my dad. It diamonds and ruby. It had a ruby and diamonds. And they got that. It made me so upset because it was sentimental, and she trusted me to pass a ring down to me, and then what happens? That awful. Several of my mother's things that happened. I'm surprised she gave me anything. Anyway, so what's another update? I wanted to tell you my little fingers are getting better. And it's weird because I'm running into more and more people who are having an allergic reaction to false nails, and it seemingly doesn't matter if it was SNS. It's gel nails, period. And I think it's because if they put on the tips, they're dealing with the glue to put the tips on, and if they do the SNS, they're doing a sheet of glue before they put your hand in the powder. And I think it's the glue, because this polish is not bothering me. By the way, that polish is Pacifica, which is 7 free, which means whenever you see 3 free or 7 free, they mean they're free of certain known carcinogens or unhealthy things like formaldehyde, toluene, what was the other one? Something like TPHP, camphor. What else is camphor and camphophenique? I don't even know what that is. I've heard of that. But anyway, so there's things that you really shouldn't put on your skin, and I'm wondering, maybe it's the Lord telling me I don't want you putting cancer-causing agents on your skin. Get rid of the nails. I'll give you an infection. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I'm finding more and more people. We were at the doggy place where we get our doggies treats. It's called Wags to Whiskers, and they home make the treats every day. And so we go and pick up the babies a little bag of treats once a week. And because I don't know that they have any preservative in them, so we only get a very small bag. And I can tell you, Brie and Velvet, they cook through some of those treats. Y'all, I'm coming into that big rain I just saw. Oh my gosh, it's fixing to be bad. As long as it's not windy. Oh, it is windy. There's something peaceful about storms to me, as long as it's not hurting anyone. Do y'all see the lightning? As long as it's not hurting anybody, like the wind's not blowing over someone's home or car, or hurting, trees or whatever. And as long as the lightning isn't striking anything that's going to hurt anything. I love the thunder and lightning itself. I love the sound of thunder, and I actually love the flash of lightning. It's like a old, not horror movie, because I don't watch horror movies, but just, I don't know. I think the worst thing I watched, Haunted House with Vincent Price, and it's like so goofy, cornball, but it was good. I like old movies, y'all. Do y'all like old movies? I'm just sitting here but that's okay. I'd rather people slow down in the rain because the highway that I'm on has 18-wheelers. There's one that goes through Atlanta where they're not allowed, the bypass, but if you go around 285 in Atlanta, the 18-wheelers are allowed on that. It's just dangerous. I mean, I'm glad that they're transporting products, but they're very dangerous. Obviously, I was hit by 3 of them in my wreck. Anyway, so what I was telling y'all about this was when we went to the little doggy shop to get their treats, me and my husband, he was at the register, you know, paying and getting their new dog food because there's like a new dog food that just came out. So we got to try it for the babies because it's, I don't know. One of them's like kangaroo and one's duck, and they have venison. It's all, you know, wild, you know, animals eat meat. So anyway, I was like, kangaroos? Like, well, hello, lambs, ducks, well, duck. I mean, but anyway, that's what they eat. So I was busy getting Bree a treat, a little toy, and it was this little blue bow. I mean, little blue bone, like Tiffany blue bone with a white bow, and it says Sniffinies. And when you push it, it squeaks. Bree went berserk when she heard that thing because they were with us. She went crazy, so I was like, she has to have it. And Lance is like. Then there was one called Barkingdales, and it was pink with a little poodle with a crown on, and it was a little rectangle, and it was hot pink, little pillow, and I squeaked that, and he's like, because I was going to get her both. Some of you may go, why don't you ever get Velvet treats? Well, the short story is Bree will not allow Velvet to have treats, and the vet told us you cannot, you even should not try to tell dogs about their, what is the word? Y'all, these trees are really bending back. That is not tornadoes. It's under the bridge. I'm trying to stay slow under the bridge. He said that's, you know, the dominant dog, you have to allow that. And so I tried not to listen. One time I brought home Velvet a treat. Bree took both treats. I went and took one back from her. I said, no, Bree, I'm going down to like 2 miles an hour. People are all putting their flashers on. Anyway, I tried to give Velvet one, and Bree tried to take it, so I took it back. I said, no, Bree, this is Velvet's. And I gave it to Velvet. She just looked at it like, I don't want a toy. I don't play with toys. She has one toy. And she only wants to play with that one toy, whereas Bree wants all the other toys. I don't know if Velvet's letting her because she senses who's the alpha dog or what. But anyway, so I got Bree a Sniffinies bone, left the Barkingdale pillow, and we got their treats. And we were talking to the lady at the register, and she had Band-Aids on all her fingers, and she says, well, I had a reaction. I had a reaction to my nails. I'm like, me too. And Lance goes, look at this, you know? So it's common, y'all. Anyway, that's all. Love you guys. I better get off. Love you. Bye.